Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to be covering how to make a sprint button in Roblox Studio. Let's jump straight in. So the first thing we want to do is navigate over to our Explorer on the right hand side. We're then going to go down to Starter GUI and click the plus icon. We're then going to add a screen GUI. I'm then going to rename mine to Sprint GUI. Then we want to click the button again, but this time choose a image button. Now you can either choose to use an image button or a text button. Both work, it's just I'm going to use the image button simply because it's my personal preference. We're then going to go ahead and scale our button correctly. So to scale them correctly, we're going to, instead of going 0, 100, we're going to go 1, 0. Likewise on the Y as well. And then we can shrink them down like this instead. So we can shrink them down like that. I'm going to shrink mine a bit more. There we go. Going to get it into the center of the screen, and then we're going to go about 20 pixels off of the left. Here we go. Here is my button. When our button is scaled correctly and positioned correctly, we can head back over to our Explorer and click on the plus button again. This time we're going to add a local script. The reason why we're adding a local script is because we only want this script to apply to the player who interacts with the button. So say we have a server of 2 people. One of them clicks the button. We don't want the functionality of the button to apply to both players, even though one has clicked it. We want it to only apply to the person who has clicked the button. So that is why we're using a local script. What we can do is remove all of the code in this script already, and we're going to write some code that will track when the player is sprinting. We're going to detect if the button has been pressed. We're then going to get the movement speed of the player, and we're then going to change the movement speed of the player depending on if the sprint is toggled on or off. So the first line of code we want to write is local sprint is equal to false, because we want to start off not sprinting. We then want to write script dot parent dot mouse button 1 down colon connect function. So what this does here, this line of code detects whether or not the button has been clicked. After that, we then want to get the movement controller of the player, so we can do local humanoid is equal to game dot players dot local player dot character colon find first child, and then inside here do some speech marks, and we're going to put humanoid. We're then going to do some little bit of error checking to see if the humanoid isn't there. We can not throw an error and break the game. We can continue as normal. So we want to do if not humanoid, then return end. We then want to toggle the sprint on and off. So to do that, we want to go sprint is equal to not sprint, which just means that whatever this is, so let's say this sprint here is false, we want it to be equal to not sprint. So if sprint's false, not false is true. So it will then be true. And that goes vice versa, so it goes both ways. After that, we can then write humanoid.walkspeed. That just gets the walk speed of the character, and we can write equals to sprint and 32 or 16. Now this may look confusing, but it's not. It's just getting the walk speed of the character and whether or not sprint is true or false. If it's true, it will be 32, and if it's not, it will be 16. 16 is the default walk speed of Roblox characters, so I would leave this as 16 unless your default walk speed is not 16 and you've changed it somewhere else. You can also change the 32 to be lower or higher depending on how fast you want your players to sprint. So with this all written out, this is the script done. We can head back to our place and we can click play. So as you can see, my normal walk speed, it's quite slow. If we click the sprint button and we start moving, as you can see, we move a lot quicker. And if we click it again, we slow back down to our original speed. That will be all for today's tutorial. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.